So one of the Mandela effects, a change in reality, is Gibraltar. Can you read what it says there?
An island.
Gibraltar, an island. Why would they refer to it as an island if it's not an island?
Politics. The fact that they call it an island doesn't make it an island.
Yeah.
You can use the word, it doesn't necessarily make it so. Gib's not an island.
Yeah, Gib's not an island.
That's not evidence.
Yeah.
That's just somebody making a mistake on paper. The closest we have, we take part in the small island games. Right? We take part in the island games because we're a small community.
Is it Gibraltar Strait or Gibraltar Straits? Which one is it?
Well, we refer to it as the Straits.
The Straits, plural. Yeah. Why is it plural if there's only one strait?
It's just what it's called. I mean,
their description says that when it was an island, there was a strait to the north and a strait to the south, so that's why it's referred to as the Straits of Gibraltar.
Who are these people that are the fact? I've got lots of people who have said the island of Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
I know them to be incorrect.
Yeah, I find the monkeys very interesting. If they were here when they were discovered, how come they didn't go into Spain if Spain has always been connected to Gibraltar?
I don't know.
Pete is telling me that this is a map of the ancient world, which can be seen at the Pillars of Hercules.
Yes, the lagoon. There's never been water actually where we are now.
Wow.
In modern times.
There's another one up here. Here at the cable car, about to descend down and meet with Pete Jackson. Such a steep slope, you guys. Looks pretty scary. Oh my god. It feels like holy crap, this is crazy. Oh my god. Hey Pete, nice to meet you. Do you mind if I have you on camera?
It depends what we're doing.
Okay, no, well I just want to ask you a few questions and that's about it. Probably take like 5 or 10 minutes of your time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. How long have you lived here?
33 years.
33 years. Are you, where are you originally from?
Yorkshire, North Yorkshire.
England. Yeah. Oh wow, okay. So 33 years is enough to know about this place, Gibraltar. So, have you ever heard in your lifetime while you've been here, anyone refer to Gibraltar as an island?
No.
No. They never have called Gibraltar an island?
No. Closest I've heard to that is a raised beach.
A raised beach?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're talking like 200 to 180 million years ago.
Wow.
That's before we get the joint, the sandy isthmus joint.
Yeah.
And the rock formed the way it is now.
Yeah.
But what makes you ask that?
The reason why I asked that is because there's this phenomenon known as the Mandela Effect. I don't know if you know about it. So one of the Mandela effects, a change in reality, is Gibraltar. And a lot of people remember learning about Gibraltar and seeing it on world maps and globes everywhere that Gibraltar was an island, literally in between Spain and Morocco still, except both the north and south side were separated by lots of water. And so, you know,
how long ago are you talking?
What do you mean?
In what sort of time period would somebody remember that?
About what specifically? What do you mean?
Well, as I say, through prehistory, Gibraltar is Jurassic limestone. That's what it's made of.
Yeah.
It's part of the old Tethys Ocean seabed of the ancient world, and it is sort of, I won't say it's remembered because there was nobody back then to remember it.
Yeah.
When we start talking about things like the Tethys Ocean, the Tethys in itself gets its name from the Greek, who, let's face it, when they didn't know what things were, they made it up as they went along. Tethys was a daughter of land and sky, so that everything had to have a reason. Everybody had to have a reason for something. And they had to, you know, in order to believe that, you've got to name things. You've got to create those memories.
Yeah.
Now, we know the Tethys Ocean existed in the ancient world. This is part of the old seabed.
Yeah.
It's been moved through cataclysmic upheaval, it's been moved through earth movement.
Yeah.
And to say it was an island, I don't think anybody could effectively confirm or deny what you're saying, because this piece of rock was moved.
Yeah.
I would very much doubt.
Like the people literally saw it on maps as an island, separated by lots of water to the north and south, and then literally they woke up the next day and it was a new world.
Do you have a time frame on that?
Yeah, well, this was 2016 when everything, the Mandela Effect became viral and everyone started looking for changes.
What I mean is, do you have a time frame for when people perceived this to be an island?
Yeah, well, I mean, any in the last decade, 20 years, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so I believe these people because I actually have a memory, a very vivid, strong memory of another country on the Western Hemisphere called Costa Rica. And I remember that country existing as an island in the Caribbean. But in this reality, it's actually an isthmus bordered by Nicaragua to the north and Panama to the south. And so when I heard the testimonies and cases of people remembering Gibraltar being an island, I believed them. And so I want to show you some evidence that I've gathered that gives evidence of these people's memories. And so here is a Spanish magazine from August 20th, 1977. I don't know if you could read Spanish.
A little.
Can you read what it says there?
An isle.
Gibraltar, an island. And then if we go to page 28, which is where it talks about Gibraltar. Can you read that part right there?
Where we're looking.
What does it say right here?
An island in the Mediterranean.
Yeah. An island in the Mediterranean. And the crazy part is that, you know, it describes it as an island on the front page, and here a Mediterranean island, except it doesn't show it as an island. It shows it as a peninsula.
Yeah, as an isthmus.
As a
or a bill.
Okay, so, but it's a peninsula, right?
Well, you can call it a peninsula. Basically, in landmass terms, I would refer to this as a bill.
A bill.
It sticks out from the mainland, with water on every other side apart from that joins it to the mainland.
Wow. And look at this book right here. This is from 1977 as well. I don't know if you've seen this one. This one seems to be popular. People at the Garrison Library said they've seen this one.
Yeah.
It'll describe Gibraltar as an island. And this was written in 1977. This is an official book. And it'll even, the description, it'll describe it as an island, but it'll do the same thing. It won't show it as an island. It shows it as a peninsula on the maps.
That's what I'm saying. The fact they're referring to it as an island, I mean...
Why would they refer to it as an island if it's not an island?
Well, the Spanish may refer to it as an island through politics, in that Franco shut the border with it.
Right.
It effectively cut it off from the rest of Europe.
So it makes it feel like an island, because it's isolated.
Only to those that wish to appear, those that wish it to appear that way.
Right.
I mean, that sandy isthmus join has been there for millions of years.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was there through 1704 when the battles occurred across it. And if you pick up John Drinkwater, read John Drinkwater, look at the maps from 1779, 1783, you will see that sandy isthmus join is quite clear.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that somebody refers to it as an island, don't make it an island.
Well, why would they put it even on the main cover?
Well, it's a word, isn't it? It's a word you're using to describe something.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the other words at hand, or you can't think of, or you want people to see it that way, use the word.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see for yourself. I mean, you're stopping in Spain now, no?
Yeah, I'm actually staying in La Linea.
So
I'll be going to Ceuta and Melilla tomorrow.
You're not getting the boat to go back to La Linea?
No.
No. It's always had that sandy. I can guarantee you in the 33 years I've been here. That there's been no break in that.
Yeah, no.
And I can guarantee you that between 1704 and present day, that sandy isthmus join has always been there.
Right.
So
I want to show you some actual historic images. These are official. These were used in newspapers.
yeah,
And I purchased these from historicimages.com. So these were actually authentic. So you can verify it. So we'll see here. Obviously, this is a rock.
yeah.
And we'll read the descriptions. This is from 1969. It'll actually describe Gibraltar as an island as well. So it's not just that book or that magazine. It'll say, let's see where it says island. On the island here yesterday. So they're describing Gibraltar as an island.
And again, if the person writing this is not a geologist or doesn't understand the geography of the nation,
right,
he can call it what he likes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it so.
Yeah. Here's another one from 1937. So this is 30 years apart, and this person is also getting it wrong, whoever published this. And they're calling Gibraltar an island. Yeah.
Doesn't make it so.
Yeah. Here's another.
You'll also find photos, if you look deep enough, where you will find during the same period Franco's guards from Morocco sitting all the way across that distance.
Yeah.
As guards to stop guards against movement either way.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not the fact that they call it an island doesn't make it an island.
Yeah.
The fact they call this a pirate crisis. What denominates a pirate? Somebody who robs on the high seas or somebody who steals in the street?
Right.
You can use the word, it doesn't necessarily make it so.
Right.
And Gib's not an island.
Yeah, Gib's not an island, but I'm showing you all this evidence.
No, what you're showing me is that people at some stage have called it an island.
Yeah.
That's not evidence.
Yeah.
That's just somebody making a mistake on paper.
It actually falls in line with people's testimonies where they're making videos and they actually vividly remember seeing it as an island.
Can you show me a picture?
There's no picture that exists. The craziest part is that it's hard to prove because it only exists in people's memories, and that's it.
To be honest with you, Enrique.
Yeah.
And the closest we have, we take part in the small island games, right? We take part in the small island games because we're allowed to.
All of these say island. I wanted to get to that eventually. Okay. So you guys hosted the island games back in 1995.
Small island games.
Yeah. In 1995 and in 2019, 3 years ago. So if you go to Wikipedia, you can see all the participants, which is 27 islands. I geographically verified all these locations. They are geographically islands. But the only one that's not an island
is Gibraltar.
Why is Gibraltar hosting the island games when it's not an island?
Because it's been given the ability to take part in games where it can't otherwise engage in the. We couldn't enter an Olympics team from Gibraltar, not as a country, because we don't have the absolute quality of athletes throughout. We've got some fantastic athletes, but I don't think we can muster a team that would take people on internationally in that fashion. We take part in the island games because we're a small community.
So why isn't Monaco part of the island games?
I don't know.
Why isn't Andorra part of the island games? It's a small community.
You would have to ask the people of Andorra and the people of Monaco those questions. I know that Gibraltar takes part in it. Yeah. Doesn't make it an island.
Yeah. But there's evidence. There's evidence proving that these people's memories are actually evidence of another kind of like parallel universe, a different timeline in which this landmass actually is an island. I wanted to show you one more thing. These two photos will actually describe. Maybe you can fact check this or give me the truth. Is it Gibraltar Strait or Gibraltar Straits? Which one is it?
Well, we refer to it as the Straits.
The Straits, plural. Yeah. Why is it plural if there's only one strait?
It's just that's what it's called. I mean, I couldn't tell you either way. Yeah. We've always referred to it as, why do they call them the Magellan Straits?
I'm not too familiar with that one actually.
It might be worth looking at.
It's plural? Straits with S? Yeah. Maybe
I think it's just that is the way it's written, as because it's the passage of waters between. I believe.
Yeah.
That must be what I'm taking a stab in the dark because I've never really studied that word as such.
Yeah, because you know the people that were describing.
What about the Straits of Hormuz?
No, it's straight, singular. That one is singular. I verified it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the other one. I'll have to verify that when I get the chance.
Yeah.
But this is one of the. I think this was the only one based on my research where it's actually also known as Straits with an S, and it falls in line with these people's testimonies and accounts of the island. As their description says it, when it was an island, there was a strait to the north and a strait to the south, so that's why it's referred to as the Straits of Gibraltar.
Who are these people that you have evidence of?
People on forums, on YouTube, they're sharing their memories of another, and I know it's hard to believe, but another.
Is that me sharing a memory?
Yeah.
That when I was born as the King of Morocco, I was robbed of where I lived, and I ended up in a North Yorkshire family. But really, I should be King of Morocco. You know what I mean? You can say what you like on the forum.
No, I hear you. I totally hear you. I mean, even this New York Times article from July 2019. Is Gibraltar an island? No, but let the games begin. And when people, when they were asked, people were asking, why are you guys hosting island games when you're not even an island? Local officials were unable to explain why it was considered an island only for that purpose. There was no definitive answer.
Now, have you asked him who he spoke to?
Raphael Minder.
Whoever he spoke to, I mean, I'm pretty sure they've said they will have applied to take part in the Small Island Games.
Yeah.
The Small Island Games Committee will have looked at it and said, hang on, it's 2.3 square mile at Point Europe. They only have a population of 33,000. Yes, bring them in.
Bring them in.
And why not? It's another one to compete. It gives us an opportunity to compete amongst countries of a similar size.
Give them a chance.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm just going to show you more evidence. Gibraltar Panorama.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you're aware of them.
I'm aware of the
They've been doing news publications since the 1970s for Gibraltar. I verified that. And you could go to their website and they've digitized some of them. And they'll even have articles where people are calling Gibraltar an island. Gibraltar, a tiny island. This is 2018.
Let's read through it. Let's not focus. 2 years later, political correspondence. Still report that Gibraltar is an island. What they're telling you is that they take in an opposite position to that. So, reading through that.
Political correspondents for leading newspapers and television news still report to the world that Gibraltar is an island.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not saying it's an island. They're yelling at the telly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you read this through fully, you'll find that they're taking an opposing.
It says here, how frustrating that the simple facts still haven't been recognized. I mean, it isn't 2 years ago that Gibraltar, a tiny island in the Med, somehow attached itself to the landmass called Europe.
How many years ago?
You see, people are referring to it as an island. This is evidence. Here's another one from May 8, 2015. That island description of Gibraltar and the FCO draft with a Foreign Office recruitment advert describing Gibraltar as an island. The Foreign Office recruitment, think about that, has now explained the incorrect information appeared in their advert. There's a reason why the incorrect information appeared.
Go for it.
Huh?
Tell me what's the information?
What do you mean?
Because I take a lot of tours, and I take a lot of military people, a lot of visitors to Gibraltar, and I'd say in at least 1 out of every 3 groups, 1 or more people will refer to Gibraltar as an island.
So you have heard people refer to it as an island. You said no in the beginning.
No, what I mean is, as a factual, we don't call it an island as a fact. I've got lots of people who have said the island of Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
I know them to be incorrect, and when they come on my groups, I'll say,
you have to correct them.
Yeah.
It's not an island. It's a peninsula.
Well, I'll tell them it's a bill.
It's a bill.
Yeah,
a bill. Okay.
Because a bill, if you look at UK, Poole Harbour, you see an outcrop of land that sticks out with water on all of the sides by one.
Yeah.
It takes the shape of a bill. so it gets called the Bill.
The Bill.
Yes, a Portland Bill in the UK. Gibraltar,
Yeah.
we don't call it Gibraltar Bill.
Yeah.
We don't call it Gibraltar Island. Some people get it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, yes, there's a sandy isthmus join, and it is a peninsula off the land. But this type of peninsula would usually be referred to as a bill.
Bill.
Geographically.
Right. I get that. Wow. But it's don't you find it kind of weird how all these people refer to it as an island? I mean, if they're coming here for a vacation, you would think people will look at the maps and know that it's not an island, right?
I get people coming here on vacation and don't know there's 34-mile tunnel in there. They don't know there's over 100 caves in there.
Oh yeah, well that's something different, you know. I mean, if you think of Japan, you know you're going to an island because it's an island. Or if you're going to for example, I don't know,
New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah, that's an island, that's for sure. So I mean, if someone's going to plan a vacation to Gibraltar and come here physically and then call it an island, I mean, there's something wrong with that. There's something weird, strange.
I don't see it as wrong. I just see it as, you've got to bear in mind we had an international border that was closed with Spain for many years.
Yeah.
And if you can't pass from one to the other, there's a physical barrier stopping you going there.
Yeah.
Then maybe in the mind, people can say, it's an island.
It's an island.
Doesn't make it an island.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to look this. I mean, I'm just gonna skim through it. There's more articles. This one's another one. Gibraltar, an island. I mean, there's so much proof here. Demystifying the isthmus, Gibraltar, an island. Gibraltar, an island over here. And this is Gibraltar panorama. I'm trying to show you all this because this is evidence of these people's memories, in another world in which we can't see it exists as an island.
I have to take an opposing view on that, Enrique.
Yeah, I accept your view, and that's why I mean, to see if
I can
get more evidence.
Like, I'll take a tunnel tour, okay? Soldiers will come across from the UK.
Yeah.
They've never been to Gibraltar before. And they'll say, when we first landed on the island, now they don't know it's what it is. They don't know it's an island.
Yeah.
They don't know it's joined to Spain.
Yeah.
So they're on an island until they know otherwise. You know what I mean? It's not an island.
It's not.
But
No,
anyway,
I know. Yeah, I find the monkeys very interesting because based on what I researched, based on historical writings, that the monkeys were already here on Gibraltar even before this was, I guess you could say, conquered or discovered.
I think you're right.
That's true, correct?
I think you're right. Well, it's all theoretical because none of us can say either way, which is factual.
Yeah.
But if you think before the Mediterranean basin filled with water, Africa and Europe had a joint.
They were actually connected at one point. So that's why they call it the Pillars of Hercules?
Yes. No, they call it, whether they call it because it's the part now, I don't know. But in terms of...
What evidence do we have that they were actually connected?
All I have is what I've read and what people, geologists, scientists, they come up with this theory and they say it. That it was joint. The land joint existed between Africa and Europe. There, and it's only through earth movement, the building up of the Atlantic with earth movement, it opens the straits and it floods the Mediterranean basin.
Wow.
Now, up until that time, there is this land joint between Gibraltar and between Europe and Africa. Apes they operate in packs.
Right.
They operate to an alpha male. Now, when an ape runs for alpha and gets into a fight and gets a good kicking for his trouble, he's more or less ostracised from the pack. If they're across there with a few an ostracised male, and a few females follow, you can see the green over this side, and they walk that link and settle here. When it's then broken, that link to get back, you have apes on the rock. It's a theory. It's like there's people say that they were brought here because this little piece of land covered in green up here, it was good breeding ground. They could leave the apes up here and come and collect them to trade elsewhere. Who knows? Who knows?
So they were probably brought here, or
some people will say they were brought here.
They were brought here. I've heard mixed stories. No one really knows for sure.
No, and they won't. I mean,
it's hard to prove.
Yeah.
Wow. I find it really hard. You know, I actually believe the story that they were found here before. They were here before this place was even discovered. I actually believe that.
Oh yeah.
And then my next question would be is that, you know, if they were here when they were discovered, how come they didn't go into Spain if Spain has always been connected to Gibraltar? Why are they just living on the rock and that's it?
I don't know. Potentially safety. Because you've got the heights. Even now, when they sleep on the night, they go to the highest points. Yeah,
because as far as I know, it's the only wild monkeys in Europe, which is an amazing story.
Yeah. How that comes about, I mean, it's open to all sorts of theories.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a believer that I would say they were here way before human intervention.
Wow.
I would say.
I have my own theories.
Yeah.
For this, based on what I've experienced with these geography changes, and you know, Gibraltar being an island, my theory is that this is actually evidence to what you were saying, that Europe was actually connected to Africa, and for some reason we don't see that right now, you know. So, because these monkeys are only found, as far as I know, in Algeria and Morocco, correct?
They're across that side. I'm not sure which countries they're in.
Yeah.
Because again, I've only been to Morocco once, and that was only to Ceuta. Yeah. I've never even made it up the hill at the far side.
Yeah.
In 33 years of being here, I've never got up the hill at the far side.
You've never gone to Morocco?
Only to Ceuta.
Oh, Ceuta. I'm going there tomorrow, hopefully, or maybe in the next few days. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it makes entire sense that there was land joining. As you came down the rock, did you go by Jews Gate, where the big pillars are?
I didn't, because I was trying to meet you, so I cheated my way out and I took the cable car.
There is, if you've got an opportunity to go up there, or you might be able to bring it up online. There is a plastic, I'll call it, Pillars of Hercules. And on one side of it shows the modern world. On the other side of it
I think I saw it on YouTube or something. Someone talking about it.
Well, on the ancient world, it lays the map out as they see it from back before.
They have a different map on there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's
authentic too. It's not like it was made like 50 years ago or something.
Well, the model's made, but what I'm saying is that this is going off what they see the map of the ancient world.
Yeah.
When there was no Atlantic or Mediterranean, when the Tethys Ocean existed, it shows it on one side of it. On the other side, you see the Atlantic and the Med. There's like a massive coin in the middle.
Wow.
We should be able to bring it up on a...
Yeah. Now that you mention it, now I'm looking forward to seeing it, you know, when I get a chance.
You need a better shot of it too.
Yeah, I need to go see this in person, but Pete is telling me that this is a map of the ancient world, which can be seen at the Pillars of Hercules?
Yeah, Jews Gate.
Okay, Jews Gate. I'm gonna have to check that out one of these days when I get a chance.
I'm sure you'll find a better...
Speaking of, you know, the 14 sieges, you know, I find it kind of strange how, you know, the reason why all these people, all these places wanted to take over, capture Gibraltar, was because it was a strategic place. You know, from the opening, you know, they say it's strategic because it guards basically the opening from the Atlantic and into the Mediterranean Sea.
That's right.
But my thing is that you know, across the strait you have Ceuta. That could have been a strategic point as well. And not only that, but you also have the southern coast of Spain, which is much closer to it's much closer to the actual whole Strait of Gibraltar than Gibraltar itself. Well, I mean, so how is Gibraltar strategic in this location as a peninsula?
Well, because it's easy defendable.
Yeah.
To start with, and from the weapons of the day.
Yeah.
That matters massively. How you defend yourself, you need to protect. And as you know, Tarifa, the medieval forts on Tarifa, that's
in the southern Spain.
Yeah. Just across the bay here.
Yeah.
I mean, they set Tarifa up before they came across to Gibraltar. So when the Moors moved this way, in 710 they set up the base in Tarifa under Tariq ibn Malik. In 711 they tried to land in Algeciras and ended up coming across the bay. And when you look at it in terms of strategic importance, the heights of the rock in terms of early warning for any attack coming through mainland Spain or coming in through Mediterranean, you've got eyes on it.
Yeah.
And what would be really interesting for you is to go up to the Moorish castle and stand.
I was just there this morning.
Well, if you go up and stand on the northwest corner of the Moorish castle, you can look straight down the coast all the way past Fuengirola.
North towards Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
And then without moving your feet, you can turn your head and you can see all the way through to Tangier.
Yeah.
But that is built. But if that is built,
that big mountain across the bay is across the strait. That's Tangier.
No, through the gap and in towards the Atlantic is where you can see. And the big mountain at the far side is the southern Pillar of Hercules.
Okay.
Mons Abra.
Mons Abra.
Or Jebel Musa, as it's called.
It sticks out like almost like a mythical island. In the morning with the clouds, I saw it. I was like, wow, that's beautiful. That's freaking Africa right there. Wow.
But if you think, I mean, Queen Isabella of Spain put such importance on this place.
Yeah.
She gave it the castle and key, and called Gibraltar the key to Spain.
Yeah.
That's the keys. Yeah. Wow. So that's the importance it's always had.
Yeah.
Deep water harbour, natural bay, for getting in your fleet and for feeding the area.
I think the same could be said about Ceuta, right? It's almost
on the African coast, yeah.
On the African coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's similar, I'd say Smear rather than Ceuta.
Yeah.
Because Ceuta's this side and Smear, I mean, it's walking distance across the bay.
Yeah.
Across from Ceuta, it's what, 4 minutes walk?
Yeah.
From one side of Ceuta to the other, to the bay side.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's another bill.
Yeah.
Another bill stuck out into the...
Why wasn't Spain able to conquer Gibraltar, but yet they were able to conquer Ceuta? That's what I'm trying to understand as well.
They did conquer Gibraltar.
Well, yeah, I mean, well...
They took it twice.
And then the British seized it. Yeah.
The Spanish took Gibraltar from the Moors.
Why didn't Britain take Ceuta instead?
Well, when we said it was all to do with the war of Spanish succession. We're not talking about Africa. We're talking about Spain and Europe. So when the King of Spain dies in 1701, Louis XIV of France wants his grandson as king of Spain. That would give the French full control of the Iberian Peninsula. Now, there's no way anybody who trades around here outside that nationality want the French with full control of the Iberian Peninsula. So commences the War of Spanish Succession.
Yeah.
So the British and the Dutch get together, we find a contender for the throne, and we set about trying to install an Austrian prince on the throne of Spain. And we put together a large Anglo-Dutch landing force of just under 2,000 men. We initially tried to land in Cadiz, around the corner here, which didn't go too well. So we sailed up from there to Barcelona. We tried to land in Barcelona. That went even worse.
Wow.
So they were sitting off the African coast, off Tetuan, licking their wounds with nothing to show for 8 months at sea, when somebody must have realised it was going to be career fouling to go back with nothing.
Yeah.
So they held a council of war off Tetuan, and a decision was made to make an attempt on Gibraltar, known to be all fortified, manning levels unknown.
Wow.
So they came across to give it a go. And the place wasn't well manned. Had it been well manned, we may well have got a bloody nose here. Because this place, when it's bristling with troops and guns, of that day was, I would say impregnable, or virtually impregnable for that day.
Wow.
I mean, it's been a bastion against aggression for the whole of humankind, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
And through the more modern history, it's maintained a strategic importance.
Yeah.
Right up from for the Brits, since 1704 through to World War II. It's a key strategic importance.
Which kind of, I mean, because I feel like Ceuta is like, it's basically like the African Gibraltar almost. It's just across the strait, and it's almost in a geographical same location. I just find it interesting that none of the other people who seized Gibraltar try to seize Ceuta. Why didn't they seize Ceuta? Or,
Well, one, we didn't need Ceuta. It's on the wrong side of the straits for what we're after. And remember, the war was war of Spanish succession, not Moroccan.
Yeah.
And when you look at what's going on there, just So on a political note, we don't want to get too political.
Yeah.
If you have a look at how many Spanish islands exist,
There's a lot.
that aren't off mainland Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, they scream at this, that we have this.
Yeah.
And they've got exactly the same going over there in Ceuta.
Yeah.
They've got it going on around in the Canaries. Well, all over. All over.
Yeah.
You see most
Yeah.
Spanish islands off other people's coastlands.
Yeah, yeah. They're mostly around Morocco, and that's about it, I think, about. Yeah. And a little bit Portugal, I think.
There's more.
You got Canary Islands, you got Alboran.
Yeah.
You got,
I mean, if you put it into a search engine, put in Spanish islands,
yeah.
and you'd be amazed.
How about what was I gonna say? Isla. Why is Morocco became independent? I believe in 1955.
Couldn't tell you.
It's somewhere around there, I believe, 1955, or possibly later, around there. Why and Ceuta and Melilla, they've been Spanish territory for hundreds of years already, since like probably 1600s.
Well, we had Malaysia for a while, and we also had Minorca.
Huh?
The British had Malaysia and Mallorca.
That was British territory at one point? Melilla was British territory?
Yeah. And Minorca.
And Minorca is an island? Okay. But Melilla is not an island.
No.
It's an enclave. Wait, so Melilla was British territory?
Sure, it's Malaysia.
Wow.
You know,
I'm surprised you said that. Why was Melilla important to Spain and British?
War of Spanish Succession.
Wow.
Into the Great Siege of Gibraltar, when we've got the wars going on in Americas. Hang on, let me look this up.
Wow, you guys, I just learned Melilla
Hang on, let's check the fact on
British territory.
Let me check the fact on that.
If it's a fact, I'm going to use that as evidence, because I have another case that I'm going to solve, and that's why I'm headed to Ceuta next. I have evidence that Ceuta and Melilla they're supposed to be islands, but they're not.
Claim Perejil, I mean, it's about 500 meters off the Moroccan coast.
Yeah.
And there's nothing on there apart from a few sheep.
There's nothing there?
No.
No.
The Moroccan troops put about 3 tents and 9 soldiers on there.
Wow.
And half the Armada turned up to throw them off.
Throw them off.
Yeah.
The most interesting one I find is it actually has the world's shortest international border. It's called Peñón de Vélez de la Gomera. Have you heard of it?
No. Peñón is a rock, but I don't know.
Yeah, Peñón de Vélez de la Gomera.
De Gomera.
De la Gomera.
Where's that?
Wow. It seems like nobody knows about it here. Let me show you it. Where is it? Here it is. So this piece of land right here is actually Spanish territory. Did you know about it?
No.
Yeah, so this is Spain territory, and that's Morocco. It's very, 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 very small. It's as if it's an island.
This is what I'm saying. You look at how Spain has these enclaves and islands off other people's coastlines.
Yeah, and the only people who live there, you can verify it, is Spanish military. And it's so crazy. So now I'm building a case, since now, you know, Gibraltar exists as an island. I'm building a case where Ceuta, Melilla, and this place right here is actually supposed to be an island, but for some reason we don't see it as an island. Why would Spain hold on to this? It has no significance to Spain whatsoever. It has nothing.
Of course it does.
Why is that?
It's a foothold.
Yeah.
It's a foothold in another country.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
This is what countries do. Control.
Yeah.
It's all to do with control.
Control.
It's nothing to do with, I mean, to make that an island, it's not like somebody coming with a few shovels and filled it all in to make it join the mainland.
Yeah.
You know, now again, I can't say that was never an island.
Actually, I researched the history on this, and it's a fact. I think back in it was an island. That's what the history information says. But that in the 1930s, there was a huge storm that brought lots of sand in between it, and that's why now it's no longer an island, which I find that story to be BS. I think there's more to it than meets the eye.
Well, the tunnels take a few bends because you don't want the enemy rocking up outside your garrison and being able to fire a shell straight in.
Right.
So we have bends through the tunnels to sap energy out of musket shot,
okay,
cannon shot, and so on. Quite an interesting little thing you should see on this door here.
Yeah. Show me, please. I was looking at these doors and they look very old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the night, you can't have the doors open in darkness to let a group of people in. You have to go down a single point of entry.
Oh.
So on a night, an enemy out there hiding in the darkness can't suddenly rush everybody in because you've opened all your gates.
Yeah.
So you open a single in, it's called a wicket.
Oh, wow. That's when they would close the doors. They would obviously use that just to peek in.
They'd use that to let single individuals in and out.
Single individuals in and out. Wow.
And you have another set that's been removed here. Look, you can see the doors here.
Yeah. Yeah, these little doors. I wonder what these were used for.
Well, this one here is called a sally port. And this is a way to get out of the garrison without opening the drawbridge.
Wow.
So that tunnel goes down underneath where we're walking now. It then bends round to the right. And if you look down here up the wall of the ditch, you'll see the sally port exit.
What is this again? What are you pointing to?
It's the sally port.
Sally port. What was this for?
So that door there comes out there. It goes in and through to that door you've just seen there.
Ah. But wasn't this all underwater at one point?
No. This is a dry ditch.
So this was never water?
No.
Why have other people told me this was full of water, this whole parking lot?
Oh, well, sorry, if you're looking at prehistory, this is water, yeah.
Because this was the only way into Gibraltar before, correct? Because there was water here.
There's always been the land join. This has been the main entry to Gibraltar since God knows when. Now, yes, there was water in this area.
This whole parking lot, right?
This is a dry ditch.
Yeah.
This is made as a defensive ditch. So with your cannons up there, anybody who wants to attack is going to get over that side, down into this ditch, across here, over a palisade wall. Before they get to this wall. So you put in obstacles in the way to slow the enemy down as they approach.
Right.
And we never put obstacles out unless you can't rake them with fire. So all up here you've got all these different batteries at different heights firing different weapon systems. Up in the trees, the trench lines of soldiers, all giving covering fire this way, down onto what's called the glacis.
Right.
So when you walk out this way, you'll see houses on the left-hand side of the road is called Glacis Estate.
Glacis Estate.
This side is called...
And Laguna, I believe, right?
Which was a saltwater lagoon. It was a saltwater lagoon.
That lagoon was also part of the water that was here, right? That covered this parking lot? Or is it something separate?
The lagoon, there's never been water actually where we are now.
Wow.
In modern times.
Huh.
I think people see this and think it was a moat.
Some people have told me, I've spoken to them, they said this whole parking lot was underwater. That's why it looks like there was water here.
Casemates? No, this has been a dry ditch since.
So where's the nearest point where the water was?
The other side
down the road.
The other side of Gibraltar.
Where the Laguna buildings are at?
Yeah, and around there, the other side of this wall.
Yeah.
The water came right up to there. And casemates, if you go back beyond British into Moorish times, casemates inside was a market, a boat market, and you'll see the jetties where they'd come in to sell the fish and what obviously. Yes, back then, but through
a boat market, meaning like a sea market, like with seafood and stuff.
Sort of. The guys would go out catching fish on a flat bottom boat, and they'd come back in and they'd sell the fish in these little jetties.
Wow.
But that we're talking through the Moorish occupation.
Wow.
This has been a dry ditch through the last from 1462 onwards.
How about before 1462?
There's like what existed here, I don't know.
You don't know?
I know that the defensive wall, you can see it was Spanish.
Yeah.
The bottom of it's a Spanish wall, and you can see where the British took over building it.
Yeah.
In 1704, because you can see the Portland limestone on the top there.
Yeah.
So that comes about when we take it to better defend the area.
Yeah.
But there's everything you see in here is built on defence.
Yeah.
It's built for defence.
Wow.
And even the names when you see, you go around there, you've got couvre-port battery. In French, the battery that covers the doorway into town. So nobody can put a cannon there and fire it straight down into there. And even if they do take our cannon, turn it around and fire it down into there, that shell, or that cannonball is going to lose energy as it bounces through the tunnel. So that's the top and bottom of it.
Yeah.
I've got to go.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Pete. That concluded my meeting with Pete Jackson, a very big Gibraltar historian, as you can see. Lots of knowledge, a lot of knowledge about the history of Gibraltar. Very intelligent person, and yeah, I was able to ask him all the questions regarding you know, people referring to Gibraltar as an island,